Hello and welcome to week number 3. I swear every time I go to record these classes so far, it's been on a rainy day. I apologize. I'm trying to get us outside, but as I've said before, this is being done in real time, so it makes it a little difficult to control the weather. So today we have to settle for indoors, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's not what it's about. It's about getting flexible this summer. Week 3, we are on hip opening and inner thigh mobility. Great idea to have your blocks handy, your strap, or something like a strap, something like a block. And this time I decided to incorporate a blanket, maybe for our Shavasana, because it is rainy. It's a little cooler today, so I thought, why not be comfortable with a nice blanket? All right, um, so we're on week 3. So far in our 3 weeks together, we have learned to physically release tension, improve our hip mobility, and we begin to open up our adductors or our inner thighs. Mentally, we have began to let go of expectation. We're softening the frustration, and we're learning patience with our progress. So if you're new this week, we did week 1 for our hips and our hamstrings. Week 2, we did our spine and side body mobility. And now, week 3, here we are. Welcome to our Summer Flexibility Series, where today, again, is our hip opening and inner thigh mobility. The hips are often where we feel our limitations most clearly by tightness, restriction, and frustration. So sometimes flexibility isn't about pushing harder. Sometimes it's about softening the resistance and allowing the body to open up gradually over time. Today we're focusing on opening up space through the hips and the inner thighs while continuing to build that trust within our bodies. So let's get started. We're going to start at about the middle of the mat. Option to prop the hips up with a block just helps tilt the pelvis forward to give you a little bit more of that alignment in the spine, a little bit less pressure. It's just our body's natural curvature there. So option to do that, we're going to sit nice and tall, and we're going to start with tuning into our breath. So close down the eyes, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, let go of the tension. We're arriving today on our mat, and this is all we are focusing on. Deep breath in, and exhale, let it go. Inhale, exhale. Keep breathing on your own, and as you continue to breathe, when you breathe in and when you let it go of the shoulders, let go of the jaw, let go of any tightness you are feeling, any clenching you may be doing. Start from the head, work your way down, check in with your jaw, check in with your neck, check in with the shoulders, the arms, the belly. Maybe you're sucking in the belly, just let it go right now. The thighs, the knees, the toes, just let everything go. Today's about arriving and being here, showing up. We're relieving any tension so that we can allow our body to open up and gain back some of that flexibility. One more time, deep breath in and let it go. Very gently open up the eyes. Maybe give the shoulders a roll, up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Maybe drop the chin to the chest, and we'll do some very light neck rolls. Just drawing a nice line with the chin down and around. Very gently, just warming up the neck. Come on back to a neutral position. Release the block out onto the floor if you are using one. and we're going to meet in our tabletop position. Hands come under the shoulders, knees come under the hips. And we're going to begin our practice today with some cat-cow. So inhale, arch the back, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, belly button comes in, chin comes to chest. And again. Moving with the breath. When you come into your cat, push the mat away, creating space between the shoulder blades. And back, look forward. Just kind of dynamically moving with the breath. So as you inhale, come forward. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. One more time. Back to our tabletop neutral position. And we're going to start with some hip circles. So you're just going to kind of almost like you're in a barrel, I want to say. So you're just moving around, moving the hips around, kind of doing that cat-cow movement, but in a circular motion. Still breathing as we come around one side, exhaling as we come around the other. Really warming up the hips. Getting a little bit of a micro arm movement. There we go. Back to neutral position into our puppy pose. Lengthen the arms up in front of you. Hips are staying high for puppy pose. Sink down, head comes to the mat. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. Very gently walk on back up. And we're going to do our thread the needle. We've done this for 2 weeks in a row now. Start with the left arm threads underneath the right. Lengthen the right out onto the floor. Maybe your head rests on the mat. This is a great stretch for the lower back. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Getting a nice stretch into that right side body. Very gently push yourself back up. Other side. Thread on through. Lengthen. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Very gently push yourself back up. And then sink those hips back for child's pose. Resting the forehead on the mat. Breathing ever so gently in and out. On your next inhale, rise on back up to your tabletop. We're going to start working into those hip flexors. So not only are we going to be wakening up and doing some mobility work, but we're also going to be doing some slight strength training as well. So as you inhale, lengthen the right leg back behind you. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, out, and knee to nose. 2 more times. Moving with the breath. Back to center. Other side. Lengthen the left leg out. Knee comes to nose. And out. Two more. And back to center. little bit of a Pilates move here. We're going to do some fire hydrant. So you're going to just leave the knee at a 45-degree angle and lift it out to the side. And in. We're going to do 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get a nice little booty work with that one. Love that one. Next is our 3-point tap. So we're going to actually be moving outwards a little bit. So let's start with the right, and you're going to tap, 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 tap. Now only go as wide as you can, but we're going to tap. We're going to do it 4 times. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Back to tabletop. Other side, lengthen left leg out. 3-point tap. And 4 times over, starting now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Good job. Back to tabletop. Heart rate's a little bit elevated. That's good. That's a good thing. All right, next move, we're going to step our right leg up for a nice low lunge. Option to use your blocks, and we're just going to pulse, opening up that left, the front of the left here. We're making sure that our knee is in line with our ankle. We're not taking the knee past the toes, and we're just doing some light pulses here. Whew, allow that heart rate to come down from our little mini booty work there. Just lightly pulse, remembering to breathe, slowing down the breath. Inhale, exhale. Little pulses here, getting into the front of the thigh, the front of the hips. Maybe lengthen up, look forward. Beautiful. Switch sides. Right knee goes back, left comes forward. Maybe heel toe if you need to into the proper position. And light pulses here. Getting that nice stretch right through here. Light pulses. Taking a nice deep breath in. Maybe lengthen up, look forward. And release. Move the blocks out of the way. Now we're going to do sort of the same thing, but we're going to go into our lizard lunge. So we'll start with the right, step that right foot up like you were going to do your lunge, but this time heel toe that foot out to the edge of your mat. You've got both hands inside of that knee, inside. And we're lizard lunging. So we're opening up a little bit more of the front. Option to stay here and pulse. Option to use your block. Or if you can take it a little further, very slowly, almost like you're getting into a nice warm bath, you can come on down to the forearms. Take a nice deep breath in. This is a little bit more of an intense stretch if you're down on the forearms. And if you want just a little bit more, look on over to that right knee as we do a nice slight twist. If you didn't make it down here, that's okay. We're going to meet right back up, come back up, heel toe that right foot in, and step it back to our tabletop. Other side, can't be uneven. Step that left foot up, and then heel toe that foot to the edge of your mat. Hands come inside. We're still, you can see, knee is tracking over the ankle into our nice lizard lunge. Doing nice little pulses, using blocks if we need. And if you need more, very slowly come on down to the forearms. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Maybe turn and look towards that left knee, getting a nice slight little twist here. And back to center. Come on back up if you haven't. Heel toe that foot in and step it back to tabletop. Good job. Let's come back to seated. Maybe we do come back into our butterfly and we just butterfly out the knees. We were on the wrists quite a bit, so maybe do a couple of wrist rolls. Close up the knees, and we're going to very, very gently make our way to a forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen halfway. Exhale, we fold deeper. And then ragdoll roll all the way up to the top of the mat. Shoulders come up, back and down. Palms are forward as we come into our mountain. Take a nice deep breath in and out. We're going to do a little bit of side bends. So inhale, arms come up high to the sky. Exhale, clasp all the fingers but the pointer and the thumb. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, nice slight bend over to our right. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Come on back to center. Inhale. Exhale, head on over to that left side. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Come on back up to center. Release the hands down, maybe giving them a little bit more love on the way down. Beautiful. Last week we did some goddess pose, so we are going to do that again. We're going to spread our legs apart. Toes are about a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to sink down into our hips for a nice goddess squat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink lower. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Building some strength in those inner thighs there. All right, heel toe, those feet kind of come in just slightly. We're going to have our feet at about shoulder width distance apart, and we're going to sink. We're going to kind of do some frog pumps. I believe we did this in hips and hamstrings. So we're going to fold, and then we're going to come down for a froggy, and then bring the hips up, and then down for a froggy. Frog pump, and down, and up, and down. Working those legs. Up, down, up. One more time, I promise. Down, up, and roll back up. Beautiful. Next, we're going to do our Skandasana. So if you want to use a block, definitely nice to have, especially to help sit back on that bum if you're not used to it. So we're going to come back into our wide-legged stance. Toes are 45-degree angle. Inhale, we look up. Exhale, fold forward over the legs for our wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold deeper. Come on up. And then we're going to start kind of lunging each side. Come back up. It's kind of like a little dynamic lunge here. Over, back. There we go. Just moving side to side. Up and over. Now when you come back over to that right side, you're going to sink nice and low. If you'd like to sit your bum down onto that block, turn the toes up towards the sky. Skandasana. Hands come to heart center. Push that knee out. Lengthen up through the spine. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. If you can, and if you want to try it without the block, if I can get out, same principle. It's a nice low squat. Turn the toes. It's a little bit more. I'm still not there, but we're working on it. Skandasana. But it's handy to have the block. If you fall out of it, that's all right. Just come back in. There we go. Beautiful. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the left side because we cannot be uneven. So help yourself up, back to your wide-legged forward fold. Maybe walk the hands over. Move your block. Oop. Skandasana the other side. Toes spin up towards the ceiling. Push that thigh open. Look forward. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Feeling that in the inner thighs. Wonderful. Whew. All right, now we're going to go into our malasana. So help yourself back up however you need to. Back up to our wide-legged forward fold. Move your block if you need. Heel toe those feet in to about hip width distance. And then sink the bum down onto your mat, pressing the knees open for malasana. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen up, and let it go. Ooh, heart rate's up a little bit. We're working hard today. That's a good thing. Whew. Good job. Come on back, release the block. Find your way down to seated. For our toe test. So option to use your block at the bottom of your feet. Use your strap if you need. Don't use a block if you don't need. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward, grabbing onto whatever you can reach. Micro bend in the knee. Take a nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. When you're ready, rise on back up. And we're going to transition down to our backs. The blocks out of the way. We're going to come into a nice reclined butterfly. So allow the knees to open up, the soles of the feet to touch. Maybe rock back and forth or butterfly out the knees. And this is where we start to wind down this practice. Whew. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Help the knees back up, and we're going to cross the right foot over the left knee for a figure 4. And we're just going to, again, just butterfly out that knee. Just getting back into that hip joint there. Make sure the flex in your foot is flexed. We want to maintain the integrity of the knee. Now, option to stay here, or you can pick both feet up. You can thread your arm through and pull it in for a nice stretch down that back of the leg there. And then drop the knees just how they are over to the left for a nice little twist. Looking back over that right fingertips. Still working that knee open. Getting that nice movement in that hip. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Come on back up to center. Lift that right leg up, and then maybe give a nice ankle roll as we lower that leg back down. Yeah. All right, we're going to switch sides. So cross that left leg over the right knee for our figure 4, and just bounce that knee open, working into that hip joint there. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Option to stay there or pick up the knee, working the legs closer in, keeping a nice flex in that foot. And then we twist on over to the right, leaving the legs exactly how they are, shoulder blades firmly planted, and we're still ever so slightly just pushing open that knee. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Come on back up. Lengthen that left leg up, and maybe give the ankle a nice little roll on the way down. Hug your knees into chest, maybe rock from side to side, releasing the lower back. Option to come into happy baby, maybe rock side to side, massage the lower back into the mat. Beautiful. Release the legs. One final hug, squeeze, squeeze, and release. Lengthen the legs out onto the floor for our Shavasana, final relaxation. Now, if you did bring a blanket like me, option to use that blanket, get comfortable. That's what Shavasana is about. It's about being comfortable. It is about relaxing. It is about letting go and soaking up all of the benefits of your practice. Taking a moment to pause, maybe setting an intention for the rest of your day, and allowing the breath to slow, allowing the heart rate to slow. Thanking yourself for making it here today for your practice, for dedicating some time to yourself, working on your inner thighs and your hips. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you let it go, just visualize yourself melting into your mat like a puddle. We're not clenching. We're not holding in. We're not sucking in. We're just allowing ourselves to exist. When you're ready, begin to allow some movement back into the toes, back into the fingertips. Maybe very gently open up the eyes. Rolling on over to your side and pausing there for a few minutes. And then very gently press yourself back up to about the middle of the mat. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, lengthen up the arms overhead. Exhale, we bow forward in gratitude. Namaste. Something to leave you with today. Opening is not something that we force. It is something that we allow. Every breath, every practice, every small moment creates consistency, which then creates a little space. Thank you so much for showing up today. I'm wishing you the best rest of your day, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye-bye.